And now let's start with the second part of chapter of your electricity chapter. Okay. Now today we will be learning about two things. One is potential and another is potential difference. Okay. Potential and potential difference. Okay, this is a very important part of electricity, and today we will come to know from this two topics we'll come to know how the charge flows and why the charge flows in an electric circuit. Okay, now in general, if I give you two glass of water, okay, or two beaker of water, okay, of same height, and they are connected by a pipe. Okay, they are connected by a pipe. Okay, it's filled up with water. Okay, now what will be the direction of flow of water? Will the water flow from this beaker to that beaker, or will water flow from this beaker to that beaker? Or if I y'all know that in osmosis also, what happens what is the definition of osmosis that you have learned in your biology classes? That always from higher concentration things flow from to lower concentration, right? From higher to lower. Or if I give you one, a body is in high temperature, okay, like any body is at higher temperature and one body is at lower temperature. Now if you keep these two bodies in contact, okay, if you keep these two bodies at contact, or if you keep ice, okay, and if you keep one hot pan near it, what will you see? The ice will melt. That means what? Heat is being transferred to the cold body, right? So always in general, I want to say that always in general there is a tendency that things flow from higher concentration to lower concentration. This theory only is being applied in while transferring electric current, or while this is the result why electrons move in a circuit. Okay, now let's see how and why. Okay, suppose in electric circuit, you know that we have a battery. Okay, you know how a battery looks like, right? You have all used, suppose this is a battery. Okay, now inside the battery there are two chemicals. Okay, there are two chemicals, and what is the work of the chemical? Now the work of the chemical is to generate potential difference. What is potential difference? Now potential difference means one end should be higher in concentration of electron, and other end will be lower in concentration of electron. There will be a between the chemical there will be a redox reaction. Okay, okay, there will be a redox reaction, and as a result one end will be a deficit in electrons and the other end will be more, okay, will have excess of electron. And when will be there will be deficit of electron? When every atom, you know that every atom is electrically neutral, so deficit of electron means electrons are the only charge are responsible for the charge carriers in an electric circuit, right? So in the reaction, what happens is the chemical which is having in this redox reaction, what happens is the one chemical gains electron and the other chemical loses electron. As a result, as you all know that proton is positively charged and electron is negatively charged. Now proton and the electron, the number of proton and electron is same, right? So if some amount of electrons come and come to the other end of the battery, that means what? That end will be positively charged and this end will be negatively charged. So this is the work of the cell or battery. Okay, understood? Now when this battery is connected to a circuit, okay, what does circuit mean? Circuit means any wire, okay, metallic wire which is a good conductor of electricity. Now if it is connected to that wire, what happens is, now this is negative charge and this is positive charge that I have told you. Now here also there will be some free electrons moving, okay, valence electrons. What will happen? These valence electrons and these electrons, as they are having same amount of charge, they are also negative, they are also negative. So like charges repel, as we know. So what will happen? Those electrons will move away from here, okay, and as this is positively charged, which is deficit of electron, so what will happen? They will start moving from here to there. Okay, again in the battery, what will happen? Chemical reaction will go on between the two chemicals, redox reaction will be there, and again this will become this will be becoming excess of electron and this will have deficit of electron, and again there will be repel of the electrons and again it will flow. In this way the electrons moves in a circuit. Okay, understood? Now the question is, how long will it go? Okay, as long the chemical, this reaction goes on, that long this will go. And when we say that this battery is not working properly, or this battery is not doing its function properly, which means what? The reaction inside the battery has stopped. Okay, the reaction, the chemical reaction that was in the battery, that has stopped. So this is the meaning of it. Okay, now then what is potential difference? Okay, what is meant by potential difference? We have understood what is potential. Potential means, just a minute, what does potential means? Potential means that potential means what? Potential means it's the capacity. Okay, potential means the capacity. Okay, if I say capacity, now capacity of what? Okay, as we are discussing about electricity, that means to draw charge. Okay, potential means capacity in general. Okay, and what is then potential difference? Potential difference means that is the difference in electric pressure, okay, that allows the electrons to move. Okay, that is when a cell or a battery is connected to through a wire to any bulb or something, okay, suppose, and an ammeter is connected, okay, as we have seen in our last class. Okay, in the same way, okay, this short one is the negative one and this long one is the positive one, and we also have a key. What is the purpose of the key? To allow current to have a close connection or have an open connection, right? Now what is the potential difference? Now what is the potential difference? Potential difference means how much work is to be done to move some amount of charge or unit charge through the circuit. Okay, what amount of work is to be done per unit charge? So we can formulate it as, like, if I define potential difference as V, then I can say, what did I say? Potential difference is what? Potential difference is work done to move charge, right? Work done to move charge. Okay, So how much work is done to move one charge? Okay, so we can formulate it if we say work done as if we denote by the letter W, then and charge by coulomb, charge by Q, then we can say W by Q. This is the formula for potential difference. Okay, and always one thing you should always be careful, that potential difference is always measured across in parallel way. Okay, suppose I want to measure the potential difference of this one, so I'll put a voltmeter. Okay, voltmeter is like, to measure current we use ammeter, for potential difference we use voltmeter, and always the positive end of the voltmeter will be connected to the positive end of the battery, and the negative end will be connected to the negative end of the battery. Okay, so again let's see what is potential difference. Potential difference means work done to move a per unit charge. Okay, understood. Now here we have a couple of definition for electric potential. What is electric potential? It is the capacity of a charged body to do work. Okay, that means the amount of work done by a charged body, okay, from moving from one point to another is known as electric potential. Okay, next is that then what is the explanation of it? When a body is charged, either the electron are supplied or removed. Okay, that means what? When a body is charged, if the electron is moved or it is supplied, that means if electrons move from one place to another, or if means in case of the battery, you see one end is having excess of electron, one will be having deficit of electron. So means what? There will be either electrons will be moved or electrons will be supplied. Okay, so in both the cases work will be done, and which is stored in form of potential. Okay, potential means storing capacity. Okay, now capacity of moving a charge, that means suppose a charged body is it is at infinity, and the amount of effort, energy or work that has to be done to move that charge to another point, that is known as electric potential. Next we have electric potential difference. Now what is electric potential difference? Before we were talking about potential. Okay, potential means the capacity of doing work. Okay, and potential difference means the amount of work done in carrying a unit charge from one point to another in an electric field. Okay, now suppose there are two charged bodies, okay, and we are bringing it from infinity to some point. Okay, this is one charged body and this is another charged body. Now the difference in potential of these two bodies is the potential difference. Okay, potential difference means what? That means this has done some work, okay, to bring the charge, and this also has done some work to bring the charge. Now difference of that potential is known as potential difference. Okay, the unit of potential difference is volt, and potential difference is also measured by work done per unit charge. You see, amount of work done in carrying a unit charge. So work done, if we consider it as W, and unit charge as, if we denote charge by Q, right? So it will be W by Q, and you know that in work done, the unit of work done is what? Joule. Okay, and if I say 1 joule of work is done to move 1 coulomb of charge, that means 1 volt of work is done. Okay, or we can say 1 joule per coulomb, or 1 joule coulomb minus 1. Okay, this is also how you express potential difference, how you calculate potential. Okay, Now here we have the difference between ammeter and voltmeter. Previous day video we had been introduced to a device called ammeter which measures electric current. Okay, today we have learnt about another device which measures potential difference, and that is known as voltmeter. Okay, so ammeter means it measures electric current and voltmeter means it measures potential difference. Second is what? Ammeter is always situated in series connection, okay, while voltmeter is connected in parallel connection. How you see? Suppose I have an electric circuit, okay, and I need to measure the flow of I need to know that what is the how much is the current flowing through the circuit. Okay, so I will always place ammeter into a series connection. Okay, I will always place ammeter into series connection, and while if I want to measure if I want to measure the amount of voltage or potential difference, suppose I have an electric circuit again. Okay, now suppose I want to measure the potential difference across this battery. Okay, I will not put it into series connection, but I will put into parallel connection. Okay, and always the end of the voltmeter, positive end of the voltmeter will be connected to the positive end of the battery, and negative end will be connected to the negative end of the battery. Same with the ammeter also. Okay, so here we see that it is ammeter is always in series connection, whereas voltmeter is always in parallel connection. Wherever we want to measure the potential difference, there we have to put it in parallel connection. Okay, next is ammeter is denoted by the letter A and voltmeter is denoted by the letter V. Let's come across some of the symbols that we use in drawing electric circuit. Okay, first is electric cell. Okay, one long strand and with a short strand denotes electric cell. The long strand denotes positive end and the short strand denotes the negative end. This is known as electric cell. Next, then what is battery? Battery is a combination of electric cell. That means all when two or more cells are linked together, that forms the battery. Okay, this is the battery. Next we have plug. Okay, plug can be denoted in this way also and in this way also. This is known as plug, but this condition of the plug is known as open. Okay, it is also known as key or switch. Okay, this is the key or switch which is open. And what will be the closed condition? Closed condition will be or. Okay, this is the closed key or switch. Understood? So, four things we have learned: electric cell, battery, open key or switch, closed key or switch. Okay. Next we have wires. Okay, wire is, wire is denoted by a straight line. Okay, when the wires are joined, we put a big dot. Okay, and this denotes joint wire. But if suppose a wire is just lying above another wire, but it is not joined, okay, this is joint wire. And if it is not joined, then how we will represent it? Suppose this is one wire, and if another wire is not joined, we will put one notch. Okay, this is wire crossing. Next is when we want to represent any bulb, okay, across a circuit, we denote it by this way. Okay, no need to draw a bulb like it is in original. You may draw also, but in general we denote it by this way. Okay, next is resistor. Okay, when we denote resistor, okay, resistor in the hindrance in the flow of the circuit, okay, proper flow of the current, when a resistor is represented by this. Okay, next is variable resistance or rheostat, that is represented by or this is variable resistance. Okay, or one name, another name that is given to it is rheostat. Next is ammeter. This is ammeter. And next is voltmeter. Okay. We have come to the end of today's lecture session. Okay, and I have a few questions for you. First question is, name the device that measures the capacity of work done in a circuit. Okay, you have to name the device that measures the work done, okay, in a circuit. Okay, second is differentiate between ammeter and voltmeter. I have explained what is ammeter, what is voltmeter, and you need to just differentiate between. Always differentiation you should do in column wise. Okay, third thing, draw an electric circuit measuring current flow and potential difference of the circuit. Okay, so here I have mentioned that you have to measure the current flow. That means you have to measure current. What device you have to put in the circuit, that you have to remember, and you have to draw that one. And I told to measure the potential difference also. So potential difference, by what device you can measure the potential difference, that device also you have to draw in the circuit. Okay, so and I have also shown you the various signs or various components of circuit. Using those components you have to draw the electric circuit. Okay, the fourth one is, find the amount of work done when 50 coulomb charge is moved by a 6-volt battery. Okay, here work done is given, and your work done is to be found out, and charge is given. Okay, charge is given and 6-volt battery is doing the work. That means your potential is also given. Okay, so charge is given, potential is given, and you need to find work done. I have already given the formula for to measure potential difference, that is work done by charge. From that formula you will do this. Okay, so this is what we have for today's lecture session. I hope you have understood what I tried to explain and all. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.